Hey guys, welcome to another episode of F1 in a week. Now, I think it might be fairly obvious what I'm going to be talking about today. But the main subject of this episode will be, yes, Nico Rosberg has retired from Formula 1. This was announced last Friday afternoon. He was at a press conference for the gala in Vienna. And he announced his retirement. He'd only won the championship a few days earlier. And yeah, this sort of turns the F1 world upside down. I fell off my chair when I heard that. When I saw it even. So yeah, it's big news. And surprising news because he says he's achieved his goal. But every F1 driver has the goal of winning a championship. But Hamilton didn't retire when he won the championship or when he matched Senna's 3 championships. Schumacher didn't retire. Button could have retired in 2009, but he didn't. And Vettel could have retired. So maybe it's strange, but maybe he's looking at Vettel at how Vettel's career has gone a bit downhill since his Red Bull days. And maybe he was scared it would happen to him. Or maybe he just was scared that next year Hamilton would beat him to the championship and show that Hamilton's a better driver, which he is. Sorry for the bias, but come on, it's true. Hamilton was unlucky, you can't deny that. So, yes, Rosberg retired, massive news. Mad. But now, obviously F1 moves so quickly, and we have to talk about who will possibly replace him. Now, Pascal Wehrlein has to be one of the favourites, because, you know, the Manor team's basically a B team, in the same way as Toro Rosso is a B team for Red Bull, and the Haas F1 team is a B team for Ferrari. So surely Pascal Wehrlein has to be one of the favourites. You know, he's German, so maybe in the German team that's what they want. I don't know, but the only issue is with him, he's only had 1 year in Formula 1. So maybe it's a bit too soon for him to be in the fastest car, battling for the championship. And it's not just a matter of battling with Hamilton, because we don't know what pecking order will be next year. We assume Mercedes will be up somewhere near the front. But it might be much closer with Red Bull or Ferrari or even McLaren, possibly. So surely Mercedes should maybe go for a more experienced driver. So, well, according to most news outlets, they are really highly considering signing Fernando Alonso. Now that would be crazy, because if those of you who've been in F1 interested in F1 for the last 10 years, well, in 2007, the partnership between Hamilton and Alonso didn't go well. They just fell out. I think Alonso didn't feel comfortable with the team, and yeah, they sort of became big rivals. But I think now they're closer. They've got a good relationship now. It'd be interesting to see what happens there at Mercedes, especially if they're allowed to race. But okay, I'm a Hamilton fan, so I know who I'd be supporting. But from a neutral, that'd be good, because Hamilton and Alonso are 2 of the best drivers in F1, alongside Verstappen and Ricciardo. So to see Hamilton versus Alonso in the same car, that could be pretty cool. That will be very cool. And yeah, I'd like to see that. But also they could go for Esteban Ocon in the same way as they could go for Pascal Wehrlein. But Ocon is at Force India now, isn't he? Yeah, Force India. And he hasn't even raced Force India yet. He's signed there for next season. But they could try to snap him up, but I doubt it. Who else could they go for? I guess they could try for Vettel. Again, a German driver. Will Ferrari let him go? And in the same way as they could go for Ricciardo or Verstappen, but I can't see Red Bull or Ferrari letting one of the biggest drivers go to one of their main rivals. It's not going to happen. Come on. Probably will now happen, because I've said that, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's been like in football, right? Alexis Sanchez is a good player for Arsenal. They're not going to sell him to Tottenham Hotspur, are they? You just don't sell your best people to your rival. It just wouldn't make sense. So I think it must come down to Alonso or Wehrlein for the scene, unless there's like a small talk with Button coming back or Massa coming back, but I don't think they will, because they retired. They might come back in a couple of years. but they retired. You know, they retired because it depends why they retired. If they retired because they weren't winning, then maybe they'll come back. But if they retired because they're just bored of the sport or tired, then they won't come back. And then Rossi from Moto GP. There's some rumours about him. He's never driven professionally in F1 car, so Mercedes aren't going to take the risk, are they? And then who else? Well, what about what's the first name? Female racing driver. Certainly, you know, her husband, Toto Wolff. What's her name? I'm gonna remember that after this episode. I should probably remember that. But anyway, what if she came? That'd be cool. But it'd be nice how F1 should have a woman driver, but I don't think Mercedes will take the risk, and it could be a bit awkward with the team manager being her husband. It'd be awkward. Anyway, so I've talked about that. Tell me what you think in the comments. I should also say this week has announced that from 2018 there will be a French Grand Prix in the Paul Ricard circuit. I don't know anything about that, so I'm sorry about that, guys. But there's, you know, Grosjean is in the sport. He's a French driver. Renault's a French team who might be a bit higher up by then, so it must be good for the sport to have that. And yeah, French Grand Prix, good. So make sure there's still 21 races on the calendar, because as we know, Germany's been taken off the calendar. So yeah, it could get exciting. Anyway, we're coming towards the end of this episode. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye!